Hello and welcome back to another episode from Toontowndoglover. So it has been a really long time since I last talked to you, and I have a little bit of reasons and some excuses for that. The first one would be back in April or the beginning of June. I really don't remember, that's how long it's been. I got grounded. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm a teenager, so I get grounded, and hopefully it won't happen again because that really did take out a lot of recording time for me. But after I got grounded, because I was not grounded for that long, I got sick, and I didn't really want to record when I was sick because I was sick. And who wants to record when they're sick? And plus, it would affect the audio a lot, and I didn't really want you guys to have to listen to me while I'm sick. Nextly, I went out of town on vacation, and the last reason was I didn't really want to record any beta updates because it's all about beta. Like when I first came on and was recording, I had stuff to talk about, like the election. That was interesting. Anybody and everybody could enjoy the election. But now it's like this beta is just for beta people, and I didn't really think that would be too interesting. It wasn't even really interesting for me to read. When I was reading about it, I was like, okay, so you're just telling me about stuff that I won't get to do. But then I came back and I started reading about all this semi-open beta stuff, which I'll discuss my opinions on that in another video. But yeah, I did end up reserving a spot for myself for the 30th. Hopefully it works fine with no system crashing or anything, and I get to play and record for you guys. And that will not come out on the 30th because I've got a late spot for that. But if you guys do want to come on the 30th, if you have a beta key or if you reserve one at the same time, then come on. I'll be on at 5 Toontown time. And yeah. But other than that, no, that video will not come out on the 30th. It'll probably come out on the Tuesday or the 1st. Way to open up the month. And, yeah, so that should be interesting. You guys should look forward to that. If for whatever reason that video does not get out, I will probably have a comment on the discussion board or on Google+. The only reasons why that video will be coming out is because I'm going on vacation again, which I'm not really sure what day I'm going on vacation, I just know that I am. And another reason why was because the system crashed and I was not able to record. So hopefully nothing like that happens, but if it does happen, those are the reasons why. Now, that isn't really what I wanted to talk to you about in this video though. This video is how I discovered Toontown and why I play it. And here we go. So, back in, I want to say 2010, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when I started. 2010, at the beginning of it, I had no idea what Toontown was, and I actually used to still watch Disney Channel when I was 10 years old. Disney was fairly decent back then, and when I played it, it was good. I liked it. I mean, watched it when I watched it, it was good. I liked it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't watch Disney now. The shows on it are really bad, and they're not the same. Like, we're gonna take a detour here for a little bit because I need to talk about Disney. So back when I watched Disney, it was a decent it was like a decent channel. I mean, they had Kim Possible, the Replaceables or the Replacements, and they had like the Even Stevens, That's So Raven. Those were the like decent shows, and I could look back on them now and still enjoy them. That's how good they were, at least in my opinion. Now you have shows like Dog with a Blog and even Phineas and Ferb was a decent show. But like, what cartoons do they have now? They have like that one thing with the hat guy. I don't even know because I don't watch it anymore. But the shows that they had back then were decent and they were good. But now they're like, what is this? Like, I can sit down and watch Kim Possible and enjoy it. I can't sit down and watch a cricket and enjoy it. I mean, they do have some decent shows now, like Gravity Falls was okay, but I don't watch it anymore. I've gone to New Leaves, and wait, I think that's the wrong expression. But either way, I don't watch it anymore. It's gone really bad. They don't care about the kids and entertainment. They care about brainwashing them. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Bam. But anyway, back in 2010, I was watching Disney and I saw a commercial for like this Get Connected thing, I would say. It might not be like that, but it was this thing for like online games, and it was like public commercializing, I want to say, publicizing or commercializing, maybe both, Toontown. And I was like, oh, this looks interesting. But the real reason why I started playing Toontown was because they gave me a free code. And I was like, huh, free stuff, definitely gotta play. So I made an account for it, and I started playing, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, because I made this dog, and she was a girl, and she looked beautiful, and she was in this really cute dress that was blue, and she sort of resembles the profile pic on my YouTube, but that's really bad and poorly drawn, and I'll get back to you on that in another video. And anyway, her name was Queen Bee because I couldn't be asked to think of a name, and I was really lazy, so I just used little bars and hit random, and Queen Bee was the first one that came up, and I was like, sure, and that's why I started playing it, and I loved it. But that was in 2010, and we need to get on how about now. So I played that tune for a long, long while, and she was not a member, she was not a non-member tune, she was free. And I played that until I got the cream pie, and then I got really bored with it, so I didn't play. That's just how it was. I didn't play. Didn't feel like playing it, so I didn't play it, and I stopped playing it, and I was done. But then, 2011, I came back to the game, and I made another tune because I discovered that there's this thing called Toon Chat, and that I suddenly realized why all the tunes that were around me were going Mew and Wolf, and I was like, I want to go Mew and Wolf, and I can't do that. But then I started to realize that there was this thing called chat, because I got smarter when I turned 11, and well, not completely smart, because I made a new account, because I didn't realize that I could just add chat to the old one, and I made that tune look exactly like my old tune, Queen Bee, and her name, well, the only difference was that she wore a purple dress instead of a blue dress, but I named her Brown Doggy, because I was not going to be creative, but I did want to use that little bargain, so I named her Brown Doggy, and her name's not Brown Doggy because, you know, her name didn't get accepted in Toontown, and they just made her name Brown Dog. Like, what? No, yeah, what really happened was I picked the name, that was really creative, but I guess it was too creative for Toontown, because it was my name, and they didn't let me do it, so that's what really happened. um, anyways, after that, I started playing it, and I actually got really into the game when I turned 11, and I got all the way up to a cream pie before I stopped, like, actually doing tasks, and I took detours and stuff, and I met people, and I started talking to people, and I started making friends on Toontown, and then one day I went into Dawn's Dreamland to get some free jelly beans, because even though I had no business being in Dawn's Dreamland with level 3 gag, but I was there, and I rocked it in there, and I made some new friends, and there should be a picture coming up soon about, well, there will be a picture up here soon, like right now, about how, you know, showing you those two friends that I met. Their names were like, mine was Xyloto and Cupcake at that time. It might be my later, but I can't remember. Yeah, I used to talk to them all the time. They were my best friends on Toontown, and I actually stopped playing like tasks, and I helped them with their tasks. And then I used to, if there's kids here, you guys should never do this because it's really bad. But I gave them my email, and they gave me their emails, and then we started talking on Gmail, and got really close. And then I got a membership because they convinced me to. I went to Target and got one of those little cards Disney's greedy, so you have to pay to play then. It's not like Toontown Rewritten now, who are really sweet, really nice, and are doing all this for free, by the way. It was cool, but Disney's greedy. I didn't want money. So, yeah, I played with them with my membership, which I got for like a month, and then after that month, I was like, oh no, Toontown's boring again. Did not play it. Stopped playing it. As a result of me not playing it, I stopped talking to Miley and Zach, or Milo, Zoloto, and Cupcake, and I did not come back to it for 2 years, which means I did not come back to Toontown until 2013. Yeah, I stopped playing for 2 years, and I admit it. But when I did come back, you can probably guess the date I came back, because my life is so unlucky sometimes. And yeah, I came back a week. Exactly a week before Toontown was closing. And I was like, what? No! And then I realized that it was like they finally got the idea that it should be free. And then they started, I started playing it. Got up all the way up to Minnie's Melody Land, and that is the furthest I've ever gone in that game in Toontown, which is pretty sad. But I did stop playing it for a while. So, I mean, that's what happened. I played a week, got up to Minnie's Melody Land, and never saw or heard of Toontown until now again. And I was like, what? No! I would never ever get to talk to Miley and Zach again. I'll never ever get to play Toontown and refresh the memories I had. And I was like, oh, that's really unfortunate. That's really sad. I really shouldn't have stopped playing in 2011. But then I started doing some research, and I discovered Toontown Rewritten, and I started playing it, and I made this YouTube channel, and it was fun. It was cool. That's all I have to say about that. And that's how I discovered Toontown Rewritten. And it was fun. It was awesome. And I hope that some of these memories will be with you guys, and not just with the game. So, yeah. More about the spot that I got, and more about how I feel about... Oh, wait, no. That's not what I wanted to say. Erase that last sentence, because I was kind of just rambling. I could not get my thoughts together. So, that is part 1 of how I got, of, like, my life in Toontown, and there will be another video about more, like, my personal interests, what I do in free time, and stuff like that. And there will also be another video coming out about what I think of semi-open beta, which is a little bit negative. So if you are all for Toontown and don't want to hear, Toontown Rewritten, and you don't want to hear anything negative about it, that video is not for you, and you should check out part 2 instead, or rewatch this video. So that's about more videos that are coming up in the future, and stuff about my series. The beta, the beta gameplay isn't just gonna be me unediting like what I do in beta. It is gonna be edited because I don't want to spoil some tasks for you guys. I'm gonna show myself like picking a random task, and that is probably what I'm gonna do in that video. Probably gonna show you that. I'm gonna pretend like I'm choosing every task, so it'll make it easier for myself, and it'll just be a commentary of me playing the game, editing out a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll be friends with you in a video if you ask me to shout you out. The dog will look like the dog here, except without the crazy gear and stuff. She'll probably just be in a nice purple dress. And brown doggy, or brown dog, depending on what Toontown Rewritten has in mind for me. It'll be fun, and I'm hoping that you guys are looking forward to it, because I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Remember, if you want to join me, it is on June 30th, 5 p.m. Toontown time or Pacific time. If you live in the middle time zone, I think that would be 6. But I do not quote me on that. I live in Eastern time zone, which is 8 for me, so I'll be up until 11. So that's for me. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna be. If you live in the East, come on to 8. If you live in Pacific, come on 5. And I'll see you then. Have a tune-up for day. Bye!